Good morning, dear students. You're welcome to your English class. Muy buenos días, queridos estudiantes. Sean ustedes bienvenidos a la clase de inglés. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you in this new day again. Es un placer para mí estar nuevamente aquí con ustedes, chicos, en este nuevo día. Okay, as you know, today starts with the third unit. Como ustedes saben, el día de hoy comenzamos nuestra tercera unidad. So, the topic for today is jobs and occupations. El tema del día de hoy es jobs and occupations. Do you know what is jobs and occupations? ¿Sabes lo que es jobs and occupations? Yes, right? Jobs, trabajos, occupations, ocupaciones. What jobs and occupations do you know? Can you name some of them or not? ¿Puedes nombrar algunos de ellos? Yes? Yes, right? For example, some of them is doctor, teacher, lawyer, nurse, journalist, vet, dentist, police officer, etc., right? Etc. Okay, let's start with the third unit, okay? Let's start. Let's go. Listening and speaking. Listen to three people talking about their jobs. What do they do? Where do they work? Okay? So, you are going to listen to the audio of three people who have different jobs. I suggest you take a piece of paper and pen and take those because at the end of this video you will be asked about the occupation of what these people do. Okay? If you don't complete or you don't understand the first time, don't worry, I'm gonna play the audio again, okay? Muy bien, chicos. ¿Qué acabo de decir? En este momento van a escuchar el audio de tres personas que tienen tres trabajos o ocupaciones distintas. Les sugiero, por favor, que saquen una hoja de papel, pauses primero el video, una hoja de papel y tu lapicero y tomes nota. Porque al final del video te voy a preguntar acerca de la ocupación de estas personas, de lo que hacen. For example, the first question is, what do they do? ¿Qué es lo que hacen? What do they do? ¿Qué es lo que hacen? Where do they work? Where do they work? ¿Dónde ellos trabajan? Okay, students? So, are you ready? Yes, right? Let's go. Listen carefully, please, and take notes.
Unit 3, Audio 13, Listening and Speaking, page 30.
Hi, I'm Alonso, and I work in a hospital. Who am I? I'm a doctor. I'm 40 and married. People ask me why I chose this career. Well, I always liked to help others, and I was good at curing my friends with simple treatments when I was a teenager. Since then, I always thought about becoming a doctor when I grew up. This profession requires you to be ready to react at the moment you attend a patient for an emergency or to give good treatment and medicine when they have appointments. I like being a doctor and to help when I'm required.
My name's Sonia, and I work as a secretary in Prentice Corporation. My work requires great attention to detail because I manage important documents the corporation sends to other countries. When I was a student at school, I wanted to be a teacher and loved the patience teachers had with difficult students. However, when I was 15, I decided to be a secretary because I like how businesses work and how important secretaries are in ensuring everything is in order.
Good morning. I'm Rachel, receptionist at Prentice Corporation and Sonia's friend too. My work deals with attending to people who go to the different offices in this big corporation. I have to make calls announcing that a client is waiting in the lobby and receive documents. My work has many responsibilities and I always have a good attitude towards people. I love my job.
Okay, dear students, I'm gonna play the audio again. Listen carefully, please.
Unit 3, Audio 13, Listening and Speaking, page 30.
Hi, I'm Alonso, and I work in a hospital. Who am I? I'm a doctor. I'm 40 and married. People ask me why I chose this career. Well, I always liked to help others, and I was good at curing my friends with simple treatments when I was a teenager. Since then, I always thought about becoming a doctor when I grew up. This profession requires you to be ready to react at the moment you attend a patient or an emergency, or to give good treatment and medicine when they have appointments. I like being a doctor and to help when I'm required.
My name's Sonia, and I work as a secretary in Prentice Corporation. My work requires great attention to detail because I manage important documents the corporation sends to other countries. When I was a student at school, I wanted to be a teacher and loved the patience teachers had with difficult students. However, when I was 15, I decided to be a secretary because I like how businesses work and how important secretaries are in ensuring everything is in order.
Good morning. I'm Rachel, receptionist at Prentice Corporation and Sonia's friend too. My work deals with attending to people who go to the different offices in this big corporation. I have to make calls announcing that a client is waiting in the lobby and receive documents. My work has many responsibilities and I always have a good attitude towards people. I love my job.
Very good, students. So, what is the name of the first person? What is the name of him? ¿Cuál es el nombre de él? Alonso, right? Okay. What is her name? ¿Cuál es su nombre de ella? She is Sonia, right? And what is her name? Rachel, right? Alonso, Sonia, and Rachel, right? Okay. What does Alonso do? What does Alonso do? Alonso is a doctor, right? Is a doctor. He works in a hospital, right? Very good. What does Sonia do? What does Sonia do? Sonia is a secretary, right? Is a secretary. And what does Rachel do? What does Rachel do? Rachel is a secretary, right? They work together. Ellas trabajan juntas in the same corporation. Prentice Corporation, right? Very good. Muy bien, chicos. Let's go to the next activity. Vocabulary. Match the occupations to their definitions. Okay. In this part, we have the definition of some occupations. Okay. So in this part, we have the occupations. Okay. We have some pictures, right? We have lawyer, nurse, journalist, vet, scientist, dentist, firefighter, and architect. Repeat after me. Lawyer, nurse, journalist, vet, scientist, dentist, firefighter, architect. Excellent. Now, we are gonna read, okay? I'm gonna read. A person who puts out fires. A person who puts out fires. Who is? ¿Quién es? A person who puts out fires is a firefighter, right? Firefighter is a person who puts out fires, right? Number 2, a person who designs and creates buildings, bridges, etc. A person who designs and creates buildings, bridges, etc. is an architect, right? An architect. Architect is a person who designs and creates buildings, bridges, etc. Right? This is number 3. A person who works in a laboratory and does experiments. A person who works in a laboratory and does experiments. Who is? Is a scientist, right? Scientist. Scientist is a person who works in a laboratory and does experiments, right? Number 4, a person who advises people about legal problems and defends them in court. A person who advises people about legal problems and defends them in a court. Who is? A lawyer, right? Lawyer. Lawyer is a person who advises people about legal problems and defends them in court, right? Yes. Number 5, a person who writes reports for newspaper, magazines, television, or radio. A person who writes reports for newspaper, magazines, televisions, or radio is a journalist, right? Journalist is a person who writes reports for newspaper, magazines, televisions, or radio. Number 6, a person who treats people thief. A person who treats people thief is a dentist, right? A dentist. Dentist is a person who treats people thief. Number 7, a person who treats sick animal. A person who treats sick animal is a vet, right? A vet. Vet is a person who treats sick animals, right? Number 8, a person who looks after people who are ill or injured. A person who looks after people who are ill or injured is a nurse, right? A nurse. A nurse is a person who looks after people who are ill or injured. Okay? So, when I finish the video, I'm gonna ask you, what does a firefighter do? What does a firefighter do? Cuando termine el video, te voy a preguntar, ¿qué cosa te voy a preguntar? What does a firefighter do? ¿Qué hace un bombero? Entonces tú deberás responder. A firefighter, empiezo así, y escucha atentamente. A firefighter is, y ahora uno, a person who puts out fires. A firefighter is a person who puts out fires. Okay? Orally. Your answer is going to be orally. Okay? Tu respuesta debe de ser, o va a ser, oral, no escrita. Por favor. Así que repite conmigo, por favor. Okay? Firefighter is a person who puts out fires. Very good. Number 2. Architect is a person who designs and creates buildings, bridges, etc. Very good. Scientist is a person who works in a laboratory and does experiments. Very good. Lawyer is a person who advises people about legal problems and defends them in court. Very good. Number 5. Journalist is a person who writes reports for newspaper, magazines, television, or radio. Very good. Number 6. Dentist is a person who treats people's teeth. Very good. Number 7. Vet is a person who treats sick animals. Very good. And the last one is nurse is a person who looks after people who are ill or injured. Very good. Excellent. Okay? Very good. Muy bien, queridos estudiantes. Vamos a continuar con nuestro trabajo. Reading and writing. Read about Mark's job. Complete the chart in your notebook. Vamos a leer acerca de qué? Del trabajo de Mark. Completamos el cuadro en tu cuaderno, ¿ok? I'm gonna read, ¿ok? Voy a empezar a leer. Hello, my name is Mark. I'm a journalist. I work in the daily news. I start work at 9 a.m. and I finish work at 5 p.m. I work on weekdays, but sometimes I travel to other cities on weekends. My job is exciting and tiring. After work, I usually go home and watch TV. Okay? I'm gonna read again. Hello, my name is Mark. I'm a journalist. I work in a daily news. I start work at 9 a.m. and I finish work at 5 p.m. I work on weekdays, but sometimes I travel to other cities on weekends. My job is exciting and tiring. After work, I usually go home and watch TV. So in this chart, you have to complete with this information. For example, name. What is the name? It's Mark, right? This is the name. Mark. Occupation. What is the occupation of Mark? Is journalist. Journalist. Second, workplace. Where does he work? ¿Dónde trabaja? He works in the daily news. In the daily news. Okay? News. Number 4. On the next one. Work schedule. Work schedule es el horario. Okay? I start work at 9 a.m. and finish work at 5 p.m. What is the schedule work? Okay, it's 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Okay, desde las 9 hasta las 5, por favor, colocamos. Work days. Work days. ¿Qué días trabaja? Work days. I work on weekdays. Weekdays. Characteristics of his job. ¿Cuáles son las características de su trabajo? I travel to other cities on weekends. My job is exciting and tiring. Right? After work, I usually go home and watch TV. Activities after work. What does he do after work? What does he do after work? ¿Qué hace él después del trabajo? After work, I usually go home and watch TV. Okay, you have to complete this chart with this information. Okay, we have some activities, right? Tenemos varias actividades. Okay, chicos? Read the job descriptions. Read the job descriptions. What do they do at work? ¿Qué ellos hacen en el trabajo? Write sentences about the work activities they do. Vas a escribir oraciones acerca del trabajo que ellos realizan. Example. Our music teachers sing and read music. Art and music teachers sing and read music. ¿Qué tenemos por aquí? Los profesores de arte y música cantan y leen canciones, música, ¿verdad? Are music teachers. This is the title, right? This is the occupation and the activity, work activities. Sing, read, music, draw and paint. Play the piano and violin. So you have to match in, you have to link the occupations with their activities. Tienes que unir, ¿verdad? Unimos la ocupación, en este caso secretaries, with the activities, con la actividad que ellos realizan. This is the first example. Are the music teachers sing and read music? Okay? Okay. Let's continue. And secretaries. So we're secretaries. Type, answer the phone, check emails, make photocopies. Okay? Journalists. Journalists drive, type, and write reports, interview people, travel. Okay? Repeat after me, please. Art and music teachers sing and read music. Very good. Now, art and music teacher sing, read music, draw and paint, play the piano and violin. Next, secretaries type, answer the phone, check emails, make photocopies. Very good. Journalists drive, type, write reports, interview people, travel. Okay? Very good. Muy bien, queridos estudiantes. So, we have many activities, right? Tenemos varias actividades en que trabajar. Okay, let's go. Okay, dear students, this is all for today. Thank you for your attention. Okay, dear students, esto sería todo por el día de hoy. Muchas gracias por prestar atención. Pórtense muy bien, queridos estudiantes, y poner en práctica lo que hemos aprendido. Thank you and goodbye.